Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me again this week for the upcoming energy forecast. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Belinda. I'm a psychic medium, a transformational healer, hypnotherapist, and a spiritual teacher. So I help to guide and support people to connect with their passed over loved ones and guides. And I also bring in the help and support through limiting beliefs, behaviors, trauma, and that kind of thing that might not be getting you where you want to be in your life, to be your best version of yourself. So this week's energy forecast is all about mindfulness and presence in the midst of the Christmas silly season, if you will. So I went to the shops yesterday and it was a little bit hectic, a little bit crazy. There was an energy of, it was like this fear and like desperation to find the perfect present, like that kind of thing where everyone puts this pressure on themselves at Christmas to just have everything perfect and have a great time and be around people they love and that kind of thing, right? So you're being invited this week and leading up to the Christmas New Year period to be a bit more mindful and present in the moment so that you can enjoy what's going on around you and pay full attention to the people and the activities going on as well. And whether that's verbal or non-verbal, paying attention to yourself and your energy and what you're putting out there to others as well. Because sometimes the non-verbal that you're doing speaks louder than the verbal, if that makes sense. Also, you're being invited to bring that compassion in and be that guiding light, the guiding principle where the small things count, like the small acts of kindness you can do for yourself and for others. They really count and they really matter, and people notice that kind of thing. It's not about throwing money around, like it's not about that. It's compassion for self and compassion for others, and the random acts of kindness and the things like that that have the biggest impact, whether that's just being present in a conversation and actively listening to what's going on, or just being that listening ear so someone can vent without judgment, without dissecting, without any of that, just letting them vent. Ask them what they need. Do they need you to just sit there and listen? Or are they asking for advice? Just be there, be present, and be compassionate to what's going on for somebody else. And it's also really important on that same note to take the time out for you. If you need to pull away from situations, people, places, things to just recharge your own energy, that's okay. It's totally okay. And you are allowed to do that. You don't need to explain yourself to people. You don't need to go into a story of why you need to do that. Just do it for you. It's the biggest gift you can give yourself. And if people have a problem with it, it's their problem, honestly. Like, you need to do what you need to do for you and to bring you into center so that you can fill up your own cup to be able to give more fully to others, if that makes sense. You're also being invited to be mindful with gift giving. Like, it's not about the big grand gestures and it's not about material possessions as much as it's about giving from the heart and giving gifts that nurture the body, the mind, and the soul, because they're going to land better than just something material that in 6 months no one's going to think about, honestly. If you give someone a gift that nurtures their body, their mind, or their soul, it's going to stay with them. They're going to be like, wow, that's amazing. That's exactly what I need. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? Like, it lands differently. You don't need to go find the perfect gift. You just need to tune into that person and their needs and wants and desires and ask them if you need to. What is it that would be the best for you right now. What do you need? And they'll tell you. They will. That's what they do. I have an open dialogue, and it will land differently than the guesswork. And you're also being invited to, hang on, let me get this. Okay. The festive season can be challenging for people, particularly for family gatherings and parties, and the societal pressures that can come up for some people, particularly those who have been through trauma and have like emotions and triggers attached to that kind of thing. So being aware and being mindful and compassionate towards those people who may be feeling a bit more sensitive, like, and giving them some compassion and some empathy, and being a safe space and supportive to people who might be pulling back, because they're pulling back for a reason. And it's not because you need to judge them or they feel like they're being judged or anything like that. They might have something going on that they're not quite feeling safe enough to have out there, you know? So being compassionate and being empathetic towards them and asking people if they're okay, being that safe space for them to open up about what may be going on underneath the surface can often be the biggest gift you can give somebody, you know, because that lands on their healing and in their body, and it's shifting and clearing and transforming what might be going on at an unconscious level for them, and they just need that little bit of help to get it out, and they just need that ear. And sometimes, like I said before, the gifts don't have to be material possessions. That can be the biggest gift you can give somebody, giving them your full attention, helping them to feel safe and resourced inside their body so that they can bring whatever's coming up to the surface, you know? So that's it for this week. Focus on those kind of things, and like, it's stuff that doesn't take a financial incentive for people. It's just being kind and compassionate, and everybody's got that within them, and being there for others and being mindful and present in the moment, you know? Focus on that this week and leading up to the Christmas New Year period, and just see how things transform, because it can make the world of difference to someone's life with just a little tiny bit of compassion and empathy and being seen and heard. Okay, so enjoy your week, and I'll talk to you soon.